I'm in absolutely stunning Rabat, which is it's just such a nice looking place. Views are incredible, the restaurants here are really nice, great playground for kids by the way. And this is just one of the examples of the kind of architecture you get here. Look at this. Looks like a scene out of Skyrim. It really does. A lot of Malta looks like that.
The Arabs located as part of the fortifications of the old capital city of Malta. Then eventually it got smaller and smaller because it was too big to defend with the bastions. So this is how it is now.
And when was it built?
It was built about 500 years ago, but then when the knights came to Malta, they felt the capital should be just by the harbor. They were seafaring people, so they didn't like a capital located away from the harbors. So that's why they moved on to where they are now. Initially 3 cities, then Valletta, and this was sort of abandoned as a capital. It remains sort of the place of the old aristocracy.
You know, you make the perfect tour guide.
Oh yeah, so I'll now get you around. Look, this is the main square. It's not really such a big square, but it is a square. Square in the shape of a rectangle.
Mdina Dungeons.
The Mdina Dungeons, yes. Wow, poor guy. What happened to Daddy? Oh no.
Welcome to this video all about the old capital of Malta, Mdina. You want to put your head through here?
Hello. Bye. Tell him bye.
Hi.
Secret things locked away, you can't look at them, you shouldn't do this, so don't do this, whatever you do. Big gun. Body is new, but this cannon itself is entirely real. I just fell over this, it was quite comical if you could have seen me. Where's the king? The king is gone. You'll notice that all of the roads curve, and that's because an arrow's path is generally straight, and the curving road prevents you from being hit by an arrow. Absolutely stunning place, and actually a lot cooler in here because the walls are really high, as you can probably tell. My in-laws got married here. It's quite a popular church here. All sorts of hidden Easter egg iconography if you're into that kind of thing. It's fascinating, to be honest with you.
Yay!
Good boy.
Good boy. Yay! So this is the school where my other sister used to go.
Wow.
A long time ago.
This was a school?
It was a school, yeah. Government primary school and
looks like
secondary school.
Something from Harry Potter.
Oh, it is, yeah. I mean, this is an old city.
Why is it called the Silent City then?
Well, because traffic is not allowed except for residents. So compared to other cities in Malta, it's much more quiet. Not all that quiet, but still more quiet than others.
As you can see, the English used to own Malta, and they left their mark with big red phone boxes, most of which don't work, next to beautiful architecture like this. Sorry, Malta.
They're all so narrow, you know.
So why are the streets so narrow?
Well, they were built at a time when there were no cars, so the only thing that they were meant for were just a horse-driven cars, so very, very narrow. Besides that, they were built in a way to be confusing the enemy in case of invasion. So no straight streets, always going around in circles, so you get lost very easily. They were designed at a different phase, where windows were built high up so that you wouldn't poke deep in. It's a different mentality, different culture, and obviously it's good that they've retained the place the way it used to exist centuries ago.
Yeah.
That's great.
So the whole city is mega fortified, and massive thick walls to defend against anyone, well, lots of people who invaded. So now I'll show you how thick those walls are and what you can see from the top of the battlements. That's all right, chicken. Come to Dada. Hey, yeah. Hey, yeah, love. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Shall we have a look? Are you hot? It's warm, huh?
I think I'm safe.
You think you're in the shade now?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. It's 38 degrees right now. Okay, can you see?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so it says danger, periclu, itarf oli, omi higher. So danger, sheer drop with no protection. Means you shouldn't stand on this wall, okay? Because it is a sheer drop to hundreds of feet below. Nobody's invading here in a hurry. Do you like it here, Theo? It's good, huh? Where do they get the water from?
Yeah, I mean, they had to rely on rainwater, so they had to store it in any way. All houses at that time had to have wells, so they would dig very deep wells to store as much as possible. But also here there were a number of springs. So what the Knights of St. John did 400 years ago was to create a system of aqueducts all the way from here to Valletta, because Valletta had no water at all. So you would get the water from springs on this side way to Valletta, about, I don't know, 7-8 kilometers away.
That's amazing.
That was interesting.
But every house had to have a well by law.
It was until, let's say, until 50 years ago. That was still legally binding. Maybe it still is, but nobody knows now.
I have a question. My question is, why is there a doorway to nothing?
A cannon.
It's not a doorway. This is where they used to place the cannons.
Oh,
Yeah, so this was
Did he?
Cannon.
yeah, definitely not a doorway. This is where they would put the cannons, where the enemy would be invading, and they could be seen from a long way off.
A long way off.
we're coming up to an amazing place to get pizza. If you ever come to Malta and you want to get pizza with the best view you're ever going to get in Malta, it's Fontanola Tea Gardens. It's great. It's really good. I mean, the pizza's okay, but the view is unreal.
Of course, there are some good cakes, but there is a even nicer view.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where they go. Okay. On this side, there were the sisters' living quarter. On the other side, there were the nuns' school.
Oh, I see.
That's right. So this passageway here was the way they could cross from dormitory to school without being seen from the outside.
Oh, I see.
There was a lot of privacy around it.
It's a nun ramp.
That's right.
I don't know what I should call it.
Yeah.
By now, lots of you are going to be saying, but Rob, what about social distancing? What about COVID? We're following government guidelines. You can gather in groups of up to 10. I was just telling them about Malta and COVID-19 because a lot of people were saying in the last video that I wasn't social distancing because 3 of us were meeting, and I was saying that actually the guidelines in Malta are that up to 10 people can meet, and it isn't anything like as bad as America or England here at the moment. We're very lucky, huh?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, a lot of preventive action was taken earlier on. That kept the numbers very low. It's important to keep the momentum going, actually.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if we're losing too much, it will get worse. But so far, it's been very, very safe.
We're lucky here, huh?
We are lucky.
This is the slide that Natasha used to play on as a kid.
Same one. Look how narrow it is.
Nothing has
It used
changed
to be really slippery though, so very fast.
because of the heat.
That's why things are changing.
Yeah. Hope you've enjoyed this mini look around Mdina. Take it easy. See you guys later. Bye.